Welcome to International Securities Exchange's podcast series. Facilitated by renowned educators, ISE podcasts are intended to teach beginning as well as seasoned investors the ins and outs of trading. To find an updated list of podcasts, please visit www.ise.com/podcasts. Please be sure to listen to our important message following this episode regarding the risks of investing in exchange-traded options.
Now, that's also kind of interesting, and this is, in general with butterflies, I like to be a little bit more bullish because there's an advantage here, and that if the market starts going up towards that strike, and I showed you one bearish and I showed you one bullish strategy today, but if the market starts going up towards that strike, volatility will usually have a tendency to come off because it's an inverse relationship, and that's good for the butterfly. But if the market goes away, implied volatilities have a tendency to go up. And guess what? If you're losing on the butterfly, you want the value to stay in that premium, so that actually helps you when you're wrong. So in general, I like to be a little bit more bullish on butterflies if I'm in a marketplace like this and it's so volatile. Wow, that was more than just an answer. That was a lot.
Point, Brian, we've only had this, we've been trading for almost 2 years, and I don't know how long this is going to last, but we've seen with the U.S. dollar rallying, the volatility's actually exploded, which reminded me, and I think you were trading also back on the trading floor in 1998, 1999, 2000, when we saw assets go up and volatilities go up. That's the last time that I remember that happening. Like you said, normally it's going to be an inverse relationship. The only thing I can think of is sort of, to your point early on, is that the U.S. dollar's gain is probably not sustainable over the very, very long term. So people are buying options recently at ridiculous levels. So I don't know, but you're right. Normally, when you see increasing values, you'd see decreasing volatilities, but we haven't seen that.
And thanks for making that point because this is definitely far from a normal market, and it's confusing people, and I think that's part of the reason why we're seeing volumes in general go down. Is this volatility is scaring people because, yes, most people expect it to go lower, but they know that it could go higher, and we're kind of caught in this little quandary. So some people end up doing nothing.
Right.
Yep.
Here's the questions for both of us. And so Wendy wants to know if she's bearish on the dollar now, what do you expect for vol? And, my guess would be it's going to revert. Actually, the vol would probably drop. What do you think, since the dollar, you could look at anything, dollar against Canadian at parity, then it went all the way to 130, like I guess your examples are 135. If you think it's going back to 110, what do you think vol would do? As a guess, Brian, we don't know the answer to that.
Yeah, we don't know. You got it. Most people, volatility is a mean reverting index. I would have been wrong if I said this 6 or 7 months ago, but I would have to guess that it's going to go down. You still got to say that the market's got to be somewhat rational.
Right. I'd agree with you. Right.
So you got to make your best guess on that. And so here's the one thing, and that's why Steve and I were talking last week, and I'm saying, Steve, I'm not really sure where I'm going to go, and all of a sudden it just kind of triggered. Well, not a lot of people think of these butterflies, because the butterflies can really subdue what's really going to happen to vol, and it doesn't become just as much of a volatility trade as a directional trade. It's better if vol goes with you, but it doesn't really hurt you if it totally goes against you either.
That's a great point, Brian. I think when people are looking at trading FX options, they don't have, at least the people the clients that I've talked to, don't really have a volatility opinion, and I try to caution them, be careful, because look at this chart here. Vol used to be 9, now it's 30. Be careful, right? It's a good point that you make.
Yep. All right, so this is one way to trade them. So, the light bulb kind of went off when we talked last week.
Yes, really good point. I want to just give everybody another 15 or 30 seconds to type any questions in. Otherwise, I want to thank you, Brian, because really a lot of insight here. Teaching this amount of material in 1 hour, you did an awesome job. And I guess you're going to get a hold of the winner and get him a playbook.
I need his. Do you have his email address that's in there?
Oh, he can either send me an email or send you an email.
This is the one right here.
Right.
And we'll know if it's you.
know, because if two people claim it, we know we got a problem. We know. So please send either us an email, and Brian will send you the options playbook. The options playbook's awesome. I have a copy, and I think TradeKing did a tremendous job on that. So congratulations on that.
Yeah, it started out to be a little pamphlet, and it turned into a book. It's one of those things, and we've got a lot of good accolades. And it's Jim Lindsay that said that. Jim Lindsay, he's probably Canadian to start with. That's probably why you knew that answer.
Yeah, but I just take his email. It's I see it right here.
All right.
All right. Listen, Brian, I want to thank you on the behalf of the International Securities Exchange. I want to thank you. You did a tremendous job. I think, teaching this kind of material, the amount of material and the quality of it in 1 hour, you did a great job. I just want to say thanks again on the behalf of the International Securities Exchange. Hey, guys, the attendees, please check out TradeKing. Brian has a lot to offer. Brian, if you just want to take a quick second and just mention how they can sort of check out more about TradeKing.
Okay. Well, a couple of things. First of all, I have a blog, and my note was in there, but it's under this. It's called the Options Guy blog. Inside our community, we have a very active community. So if you'd like to just learn more about it, you can just sign up for the community for free, actually. And this is our homepage. And it's really interesting just to check out. We actually have a leaderboard. People post their trades. This person's up 300% in the last month and up 700% here in the last 6 months. So there's always going to be somebody in there that's doing that. But you can actually go in and look at some of the trading activity of all of our clients. This is actually a streaming trade. These are all the trades that are going on real time during the day by our clients. So a real interesting community. It's all intermingled within our brokerage firm. We give you great customer service. And overall here, we do it all for $4.95 a trade on the stock side and $4.95 plus 65 cents on the option side. And now there's no minimums or catches with that. We don't charge you inactivity fees. We don't charge you, say, well, gee, you only traded 20 times a month, so it's going to be $15 a trade. We're really straightforward, and we pride ourselves on being simple. All right.
Brian, thanks so much on the behalf of the International Securities Exchange. Again, I want to thank you. And I just want to remind everyone we'll be back in January doing more webinars. This will be the last one until the new year, so I want to wish everyone a happy new year. And again, I want to say thank you again, Brian.
Okay, and here's your webinars. It looks like you're the next one up next year, 106.
And 6, I'll be back, and then we'll have some more guests, Jason Ayers, Greg McDermott, Price Headley, Steve Neeson, talking about various topics. This presentation will be archived, so you guys can come back and listen to it and watch it again. Thanks again, Brian. I really appreciate it.
All right. Talk to you soon, Steve. Have a Merry Christmas.
You too. Bye. On behalf of the International Securities Exchange, this is Steve Meisinger saying have a great evening and have a safe trading day tomorrow. Bye now.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. To find more podcasts on options, stocks, alternative markets, and market data, please visit www.ise.com/podcasts.